Welcome back, my dear students. I am Priyanka Rajaram from Vidyashram PU College, Temple of Excellence. Today I am going to teach you all about packing efficiency. Last class I had explained you all about the closed packed structures. In each type of closed packed structures, there are some vacant spaces. These are called as voids. We also learnt about different types of voids. Today we are going to learn about what is packing efficiency. That is, how are these particles arranged or efficiently packed in a unit cell. So, packing efficiency means the percentage of space filled by the particles. What is it? It is percentage of total space filled by the particles. That means in a unit cell, how well the space is utilized by the particles, how efficiently the particles are packed inside the unit cell. In our syllabus, we are going to learn 3 derivations for 3 different types of cubic unit cell. Now, how to calculate this packing efficiency? We are using the formula packing efficiency is equal to volume of one sphere, or it is atom or particles. Why sphere? We are considering every atom or a particle to be a hard sphere. That's the reason volume of sphere by total volume of unit cell into 100. So, this is the formula for calculation of packing efficiency. So, the first derivation is in simple cubic lattice, that is primitive cubic unit cell. In our primitive cubic unit cell, how many particles are there? 8 particles in 8 corners of a unit cell. You can see here in a cube, all the 8 corners are occupied by 8 particles. Also, in the space filled model, we know these particles are touching one another. They are touching one another. You can see the particles are touching one another. Now, what we are considering? We are considering the edge length to be what? A. Okay. It is small letter A. Here you can also see I have named every corner. It is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Please follow the same pattern for all the 3 derivations. Also, if you ask me, ma'am, is it very necessary to draw this diagram? Yes, you have to draw the diagram, but you need not show all the 8 particles. You may show particle A and H which are touching one another. Okay. Now, edge length, what we are considering, all the edge lengths are equal in cubic unit cell. They are is equal to A, small letter A. Now here if you see, because the particles are touching one another, if the radius of the particle is considered as R, A will be equal to R plus R, which is 2R. Now coming to the derivation, how will I write? Edge length of a cube is equal to A. What is A? A is equal to 2R. So, A is equal to 2R. What's the volume of the cube? It is length into breadth into height. That is, all the edge lengths are A. So, it is A into A into A. So, it is A cube. I have written it as A cube. What is A now? 2R. So, A cube is equal to 2R whole cube, which is equal to 8R cube. Next, volume of one particle. That is, we are considering the particle to be a sphere. So, what is the volume of the sphere? 4 by 3 pi r cube. What is it? 4 by 3 pi r cube. How many particles are there in my simple unit cell or primitive cubic unit cell? It is one particle. We learned the calculation. In a simple cubic unit cell, how many particles are there? Only 1. So, number of particles per unit cell is equal to 1. Total volume occupied by one sphere. Volume of the sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Into how many particles? Only 1. Into 1, it's the same answer. Now, I will substitute this in the formula of packing efficiency. Please remember, you have to write this formula for every derivation. You have 1 mark allotted only for writing the formula. So, please be careful. What is packing efficiency? It's total volume occupied by the particles by total volume of the cubic unit cell into 100. Instead of particles, you can write sphere or you can write an atom also. It is not wrong. Okay. So, volume occupied by the particle by total volume of cubic unit cell into 100. That is the formula for packing efficiency. So, what is this? Volume occupied by the particle is 4 by 3 pi r cube. So, 4 by 3 pi r cube, 1 particle. So, into 1 we have written. What is the volume of the cubic unit cell? 8 r cube. So, it is divided by 8 r cube into 100. R cube and r cube gets cancelled. If I solve this, I will get 52.4%. You can use your calculator, solve this, you will get exactly the same answer, 52.4%. So, this is the derivation for the packing efficiency in simple cubic lattice or simple cubic unit cell or primitive cubic unit cell. Okay. So, this, if you write this completely along with this one diagram, you need not draw this diagram for your exam. It is only for the convenience of explaining. I have put up this diagram, and you have to write the entire derivation. You are going to get, with the formula, you are going to get 3 marks. Next, we shall see the packing efficiency in FCC or HCP or CCP. The question can be asked, give the or derive the packing efficiency in FCC, or it can be also asked as HCP or CCP structures. The diagram which you have to draw is this. See, in FCC we know that there are particles in the 8 corners. Other than the 8 cornered particles, we also have the particle in the center of every face. But in this diagram, I am not depicting this. Okay, I am not depicting all the particles. We have taken the particle in the corner A, particle in the corner C, and the center particle, that is the face centered particle of only one face. This particular face we have drawn. Also, all these 3 particles should touch one another or will touch one another. That is all is what we have depicted. In this particular face A to C, okay, if we draw a line joining A and C, we call that as face diagonal, and we are considering it to be small letter b. So, that is face diagonal AC is equal to B, and the edge length is A. Okay. So, edge length is A, face diagonal AC is equal to small letter b. Also, we know there are 4 atoms in FCC. In FCC, how many atoms are there totally? 4 atoms. So, that is the number of particles or atoms in FCC is equal to 4. We have learned the calculation in the previous classes. So, now the same diagram we will use for our derivation. See, I have put up the same diagram here. Okay. From the triangle ABC. Now, where is that triangle? It is here. A, B and C. From the triangle ABC, AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. That is, AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. We know it is from the Pythagoras theorem. So, what is AC square? It is B square, that is face diagonal. What is AB square? Edge length A, that is A square. What is BC square? Another edge, that is again A, which is A square. So, A square plus A square is 2a square. So b is equal to root 2a. We are writing b is equal to root 2a. Now also, if you observe in the diagram, I told you all the three particles are touching one another, the corner two particles and the face centered particle in one particular face. Now here the radius is considered to be r. So it is r plus r plus r plus r, or more clearly you can see the radius of the atom is r. So here one radius r, diameter is r plus r, and one more radius is r. So what is it? B is equal to 4r. We are going to substitute that here. B is equal to 4r. So I have got B is equal to root 2a. Also from the diagram I have got B is equal to 4r. So therefore we are going to equate these two to write 4r is equal to root 2a, or a is equal to 4r by root 2, which can also be written as 2 root 2r. I hope you have understood till here. See, one more thing you need to understand, always we are trying to get a, that is edge length, in terms of r. We are trying to get edge length a in terms of r, so that when we substitute in our formula, it is very easy for our calculations. So what is a? A is equal to 2 root 2r. Now volume of the unit cell is a cube. What is a? 2 root 2r. So I have put whole cube. Now volume of the particles. How many particles are there? 4. What are the particles we are considering it as? To be a sphere. So the volume of the sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. So 4 into 4 by 3 pi r cube. I will get it as 16 by 3 pi r cube. That is the volume of the particles. Now I got the volume of the particle. I have got the volume of the unit cell. Now I will substitute in my formula. It's very important to write the formula. Please don't forget. So packing efficiency is equal to volume occupied by the particles divided by volume of the unit cell into 100. So I'll put here volume occupied by the particles. What is it? 16 by 3 pi r cube. It has been substituted. Correct? What is the volume of the unit cell? 2 root 2 r whole cube. I have shown the substitution into 100. Therefore, packing efficiency 74%. You may ask me, ma'am, do I have to buy her directly as 74%? That is left up to you. For the exam purpose, you have to write the formula, you have to show one-step substitution and write the correct answer. If you forget this, always you can go back and calculate it completely, and then you will get it as 74% itself. Pi is 3.14, r cube and r cube will get cancelled. So the remaining numbers, if you do it with your calculator, you are going to get it as 74%. Is it clear? I hope you have understood about this. So for this derivation, you have 3 marks. You are supposed to draw the diagram. You are supposed to draw this diagram. Okay. Then you will write, let the unit cell have edge length A, face diagonal B, number of particles in FCC is equal to 4. Then you will continue from the triangle ABC, and then you will write the entire thing. For this you will carry 3 marks. 1 mark alone is given for the formula, substitution and answer. For this you have 2 marks, and for this calculation you have another 1 mark. So it's very important to draw the diagram, to learn to draw the diagram and derive the complete derivation. Okay. So next one we have packing efficiency in BCC, that is body centered cubic unit cell. So in body centered cubic unit cell, we have the particles in the 8 corners and 1 particle in the center of the body. Correct? Now, here also we are going to consider the edge length to be A. But which are the particles which we are considering? See, for your exam, you have to show only the particles which are there in yellow. These dotted ones you need not draw. Okay. So we are considering 1 particle from the corner A and 1 particle from the corner F and the body centered particle. If you observe, these three particles are touching one another, okay, and if I join A and F, that goes through center of the body from one corner to other corner, through the body it will go. So we call it as body diagonal, which is depicted by small letter C. Okay. Also, we are considering a face, okay, a face diagonal FD. A face diagonal FD. So you can see, let the edge length be A. Then body diagonal AF is equal to C. Face diagonal FD is equal to B. Number of particles or atoms in BCC, we know the calculation, it is 2. Okay. Now, next, the same diagram I have put up here. Body diagonal AF is C, FD is the face diagonal which is B, and edge lengths are A, which we have considered. So here from the triangle EFD. Now where is this triangle? You can see here EFD. This is the triangle which you are supposed to consider. Now again the same theorem, FD square is equal to EF square plus ED square. You can see FD square is equal to EF square plus ED square. So what is FD square? It is B square, correct? No, FD square is B square. What is ED square? It is A square. What is EF square? It is again A square. We have substituted here. B square is equal to A square plus A square, which is equal to 2A square. Now I am going to consider one more triangle. Now which is that triangle? It is AFD. This triangle AFD. Can you see this? A, F and D. This is the triangle which you are going to consider. Now what is the theorem? AF square. AF square is equal to FD square plus AD square. Okay. So AF square is equal to AD square plus FD square. Now what is AF square? AF is C. So we are writing it as C square. What is AD square? AD is A. So it is A square. What is FD square? It is B square. Correct? Now you see, from the previous triangle I got B square. B square is equal to A square plus A square, that is 2A square. Now that 2A square I am going to substitute here. That is C square is equal to A square plus B square. What is B square? 2A square. So it is A square plus 2A square. 2 plus 1, 3. So it became 3A square. I hope you understood. First what are we taking once again? First what are we taking? EFD. This particular triangle we will take. That is B square is equal to A square plus A square I will get. So B square is equal to 2A square I will get. Okay. Then we are going to take AFD. This particular triangle you will take. Again same theorem. AF square is equal to AD square plus FD square. So C square is equal to A square plus B square. What is B square? 2A square. That I have substituted and got it as 3A square. Now also from the same diagram I know this is R into R plus R plus R plus R. What is it? R plus R plus R plus R. So it is 4R. So C is equal to what? 4R. So I will substitute here. C is equal to root 3A. C square is equal to 3A square. C square is equal to 3A square. So C is equal to root 3A I got. Now root 3A, also C is equal to 4R. I will equate these two. What I will get? 4R is equal to root 3A. I told A you have to get in terms of R. So A is equal to 4R by root 3. What did I get? A is equal to 4R by root 3. Now I will go back to my same steps. Volume of the unit cell is A cube. What is A? 4R by root 3. 4R by root 3 whole cube. Next, volume of the particles. In BCC how many particles? 2 particles. So 2 into 4 by 3 pi r cube, because we are considering the atom to be a sphere. So 4 to the 8, 8 by 3 pi r cube is what? Volume of the particle. Now substitute in the packing efficiency formula. That is very important. Packing efficiency is equal to volume occupied by the particles by volume of the unit cell into 100. What is the volume of the particles? 8 by 3 pi r cube. Correct? Particles 8 by 3 pi r cube. What is the volume of unit cell? 4r by root 3 whole cube. Same thing, 4r by root 3 whole cube I have put into 100. Now if I solve this, I am going to get 68%. That means 68% of the BCC, that is the cubic unit cell, is efficiently packed with the particles. The rest is empty. Am I clear? I hope you all have understood what I have been explaining. So these are the 3 derivations for packing efficiency. For your exam, this is very, very, very important. If you see the previous papers, usually there is one question out of these 3 derivation which has come. So please be very careful. You have to draw the diagram. I told you A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. For all the 3 cubes, the same way they have named it, and you have to show the particles only what is relevant, that is sufficient, and you have to write the entire derivation. Don't forget to write the packing efficiency formula, show the substitution and write the correct answer. If you get confused with the answer, if you have done the entire derivation, if just solve this, you will get the exact percentage. There are different ways to again derive this. I am not telling this is the only way that you are going to derive. You are going to come to the answer. For BCC it is 68%, for FCC it is 74%, etc. There are different methods of the derivation, but for your second PUC, you have to stick on to the derivation which is given in your NCERT textbook. If you are going to derive it in a different way, the answer is exactly the same what is given in the NCERT. Still, you might end up losing marks. So please be careful, write it down, practice it, learn these 3 derivation which may come for your final exam as one of the questions in question number 27. So please learn this. See you in the next class. Thank you. Stay tuned, my dear children.